Never mind who you thought I was.
I'm CALIBOY.
Bitch.
All right, what's up, everybody? It is another episode of your boy CALIBOY's podcast. I do apologize for being absent. Your boy has been very busy. So again, this is another episode. Before we get into it, make sure you click like, subscribe, share. If you like what you're seeing, if you want me to do more of these, make sure you hit share and like, comment below, whatever the topic is for today. Make sure you comment below, let me know how you feel, and let's get into it. All right, so today's topic for today, my hands is ashy. Hold on, let me go get some lotion on real quick. I'll be right back. All right, brother had to go and get cocoa buttered up there real quick. Y'all know about that. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I did have a lot of messages, either Instagram, Facebook, even emails about this topic of raffles. Everybody keeps doing these raffles. Everybody wants to know my opinion for some reason. They want me to talk about it. So here I am. I'm going to talk about it. I did have another whole discussion recorded, and I decided not to use it because I felt like the topic was going to be something that somebody was going to take negative and run off with it. It is what it is. But I'll go ahead and tell y'all because it's actually going to be one of those things where it's going to actually interlock between each other anyway. It was going to be, the previous topic was, is building a lowrider worth it? Now allow me to explain. Of course, it's always for topic. It's always for debate. It's always, for us to talk about it. So don't take stuff that I say over the top, because I know a lot of y'all will. Pretty much what I want to start off with is, I guess I'm going to do is building a lowrider worth it? A lot of times, my biggest complaint in this whole scenario, this whole game, and I'm going to freestyle this, is, we build these cars, we put all of our money into it, and then we go to sell it, and some online appraiser is always there to tell you that, your car is not worth it. You're never going to get that dollar amount. I don't understand why is it that whenever we build cars and we go to put them for sale for a dollar amount, that everybody has to backlash and down talk, what we do. I don't understand why some of these cats don't want their, a car similar to theirs to do numbers. That's actually going to be a good thing, because if their car is able to do it, then that means that your car should be able to sell for that amount if it's something similar to it. It's kind of like the housing market. If you buy a house in a certain area and all of a sudden the value of that area goes up, everybody's house goes up. You don't see people complaining in that area, but for some reason, whenever you get into the car game, the lowriding game, people want to, backlash and talk about you. I just think it's kind of, odd and ironic that whenever I go to post a car on my Instagram page, Mr. Cali Broker, and, comments is either on from, the owner wants to have them on, or on Facebook where I can't stop comments. You start seeing these online appraisers, and they're going in, he's an idiot, he's dumb, he's never going to get that dollar amount. I don't understand why people have to say that, these types of things. It's just funny to me that cars nowadays can't do numbers. This is the whole reason why I want to do the whole previous topic. Again, it's going to intertwine with the raffle thing. I'm going to get to that, but let me kind of explain my last topic that I didn't put up. These cars, we all know we put our last dollar into them. They're our babies. We cherish them. Some of us look at it as 401k. A lot of it is a hobby for some people. A lot of it is a pure passion. It's a lifestyle. So some of these things is going to vary between one another. Like I said, my last topic was, is it worth it? Let me just break down some of the things that I'm actually talking about, because a lot of you are going to relate. Because again, we put our last dollar into these cars. I know some places hitting for 10 grand minimum just for body work. Another 20, 30,000 plus. Notice I said plus for paint. That's just one shop that I know of. Most places right now, not most places, most people right now are going to the same upholstery guy to get their upholstery done. He's hitting for somewhere around 10 grand plus. Hydraulics, you can't get a basic setup anymore. Remember back in the day, for about $2,500 you can get a chromed out setup. It's not happening these days. I mean, tell you the truth, I really can't even tell you the prices on most hydraulic stuff, but it's probably going to be anywhere between 5 to 10 grand plus. Motors, if you just want to chrome out your factory motor, or if you want to LS swap it, what is that? 3 grand plus. Full chrome undercarriages, molded suspensions. I mean, what are you looking at there? 5, 10 grand? That's just some of the ideals of some of the things that we put our money into. Again, Lowriding is a very expensive sport. We all know this. But then you go to try to sell your car, and here comes that online appraiser. You're never going to get that. You will never see those numbers. Why is that? Because a true builder, or someone who has truly had somebody build a car for them and they've gotten that bill, know that this stuff is not cheap, especially these old cars. By the time you really get into the metal work, you get the body and all that stuff done, it's very expensive. What I don't understand is, we have some very nice cars out here on the street, and when you go to sell them, you got to sell them for peanuts. I know the rule of thumb, hey, what you put into it, you're not going to get out of it. I understand that. But at this point, we're spending a lot of money. We're not getting any of that stuff back. That's just how I feel about it. Again, you can drop a comment if you feel otherwise, if you feel differently. Again, I can see rag Impalas getting posted. Let's say, for instance, in most cases, most guys right now, their favorite car is going to be 58 through 64 Impala. Right? We all know this. So let's say 64 Impala, using the last year of the most favorite of them all. A fully done 64 Impala, according to my page and other things that other places where I've seen these cars get posted, once those cars get over about 65,000, all of a sudden you start getting a whole lot of online appraisers. Oh, there's no way in the world he's going to get that. But we all know, really breaking these cars down, that it is very expensive. I once seen a post by Brent on Instagram. He's building a rag 64 Impala, and he broke it down thoroughly. Said, look, don't come over here thinking that, you're going to give me peanuts for this car. I got a lot of money into it. And most people in the comments agreed. So this is what I don't understand. And most of these cars in lowriding, to me, should be doing numbers. If it's fully done, full frame, full everything, should be 100 plus. No question. That's just how I feel. Because you can go over to Barrett Jackson. Those guys can build a 2-door post hardtop car, and it'll do crazy numbers. But our Lord and Savior, according to lowriding, a ragtop, can barely hit 55, 65,000. Again, this is going to get into the raffle thing. I'm getting there, but I'm kind of explaining my previous post so that you kind of understand how they're going to interlink here. So if we're putting this much money into cars, again, that's just 64. Because I got a couple buddies, I know a couple guys that's got 64s. Man, if they ask anything less than 150, 120, 130, they're just going to take a pure loss at this point, especially right now. Now, I know the economy right now is kind of iffy. Okay, coronavirus is going on. A lot of people are out of work. Okay, I get it. Maybe right now, you could probably get one for lower, you might want to sell it for cheaper if you want to get those numbers. But when things pass, because they're going to get better again, we just need to get our money. For instance, the most favorite out of all of them, no matter what age pretty much most people are, 59 Rag Impala. I posted a few. I've gone to promote a swap meet, and I go to post them. The ones that I see. There's one I posted twice, and every time I post it on my Instagram page, there's people, they just come out the woodwork about the price of this car. I'm not gonna get into the color, what car club it is. If you follow me on Instagram, Mr. Calibroker, you probably see me post it maybe 2 or 3 times. Trying to help the brother out. He wants to sell it, and everybody has so much to say about this car. Again, this is a 59 Rag, running, driving, fully done Impala. And he's not really asking too much. I don't want to get into the prices. You might know who he is. He is over 100. It's under 150. But how much is that car supposed to go for? People laugh. You have your online appraisers. They're always like, oh my gosh, he's never going to get that. But then you let them own it. You let them get a taste of it. Oh, homie, I want 200 racks for it. But wasn't you just the same guy that said that car should be going for about 60, 70,000? I told you in the previous video, people are two-sided. They're going to say, you really got to pay attention to some of these people out here. They'll say one thing, and a month or two later, they'll say something else. Because most people won't call them out on that previous old stuff. How much are these cars supposed to go for? A 59 Rag Project Rust Bucket is going to hit for about at least 40, 50. 30, 40, 50, somewhere in there. I've sold one that was split in half for 35. And I remember seeing all the comments. Oh my gosh, what in the world is he thinking? That's like, lowriding's like iconic car right now. So that's the car that everybody wants. Another example, one time I sold on my Instagram page a 55 Bel Air from Southside. Some of y'all might remember it. I just remember everybody in the comments, he's never going to get that. What is he thinking? Why is he asking so much? keep in mind he was only asking, and excuse me for saying only, but I feel these cars should definitely be over 100,000. But he was asking, I want to say 125, 130 for the car. It was somewhere around there. Not too bad. Again, this is a Southside car. You know, if you're really into lowrider, you know Southside is not playing with you, right? So of course, when the car sold, the person that was in it, all in the comments was nowhere to be found. That's something that I always find to be so hilarious. Is that, you know, the online appraisers have so much to say, then when it gets sold, all of a sudden they're ghosts. You know, their page gets deleted. But just that topic alone, just that one scenario. I mean, how much are these cars supposed to go for in your eyes? A fully done Tri-5, Impala, Regal, Cutlass G body, any of them. How much are these cars supposed to go for? It seems that the minimum point, once people really start complaining, is over about, especially for a G body. Let's say G body, for instance, 13,000, somewhere around there. After it gets past that point, everybody and their grandmother has a fit. Why? Let them people get their money. I don't understand why so many of us have so much to complain about. According to Instagram, we're all rich. Everybody's balling. You know, look what I just got. You know, look at this car I just got. Look at these rims I just got. Everybody's balling until that price comes out. Then all of a sudden, you know, it becomes a flat line. I call it rest in peace conversations. You know, how much? And then all of a sudden it's just flat line. Don't ask if you can't afford it. That's pretty much how I'm looking at it these days. But it just sucks to me, and I'm trying to speed this up, because we put so much money into these cars, and it's like the cars that are worth over 100,000, they don't really get posted up. You know, you got to kind of sell it word of mouth, behind the scenes is what I call it. You know, there's some cars that have sold that nobody has even known was even for sale. You know, y'all might not realize this, but there's cars that are really getting sold word of mouth. Like, hey, you know, I'm gonna hit up all the people that I know got some money. You want to buy this car? And they sell it. Which brings up another topic. People, for some reason, they always get upset whenever I post a car sold on Mr. Kelly Broker. Again, I'm going to keep plugging myself because, you know, nobody else will. You see in the comments on the car that sold, you know, I hope it's not going to Japan, or I hope it's not going over here, over there. Why is it that people are, you know, upset that a car is going to Japan? If they're willing to pay the dollar amount for it, then so be it. I know a lot of you are like, hey, you know, we want these cars to stay within the U.S. As far as Impalas, we've got enough Impalas. Trust me. You know, y'all say 4 doors or parts cars, you know, go make a conversion out of that. It'll keep going. Right now, we definitely have enough Impalas. I post Impalas all day and all night. So we got enough. But if they're the only ones that's willing to spend the money, and we're not even willing to spend the money here within the U.S., then so be it. You see, again, that's another prime example. People are two-sided. They say, hey, it needs to stay within the U.S. You try to sell it within the U.S., and nobody buys it. One time I went to promote a swap meet, and let me just show you how these online appraisals work. There was I'm not too good on the years. I want to say it was about maybe a 77 Monte Carlo. Some of y'all might have seen it. I posted on my page. It was white. It was big wheel. It was it was on like some 22-inch 4G auto staggered, right? I saw the car personally. It had it looks like a powder coated frame, nice suspension. The 4G autos alone probably hit them for $4 to $7 grand. You know, it had a nice paint job. All the chrome was immaculate. I don't know what was underneath the hood. It could have been, you know, a LSX motor. The trunk was nicely done. The interior looks like the same place that everybody else is going to right now. Again, they're hitting for at least 10 grand. The trunk was to match the interior. JL audio. It was fully done. It was a very nice car. And I say he wanted $45,000. Now, whenever I go on a swap meet, I post up cars every now and then just for the love, stuff that I like, stuff that I found interesting. You know, just put it up to kind of let people see it. And if you're interested, give them a call, right? Everybody, you know, well, I was posting and I happened to go back to the comments and everybody was going in. Oh, he's an idiot. He's never going to get that dollar amount. How is it that people are able to tell you what you can get for your car when they didn't help build it? I don't understand this. I literally showed the left side picture of the car and the for sale sign. So you didn't see the interior, trunk, motor, the suspension, none of that. Now, again, I'm not a specialist in Monte Carlos of that year. People that I have talked to, they told me that the back window alone cost an arm and a leg. So if this car is fully done, fully framed off, how much is that car supposed to go for? $12,000? Like, what is the reasonable amount for y'all to stop talking? I don't understand. Why do we keep going down this road? The car was fully done and he wanted $45,000. If that's what the man wants, let him get it. So now let's talk about these raffles. You see them? Beautiful cars is going up. awesome, immaculate, very nice cars is going up. And they have to raffle them. Kind of like what I was saying previously. They can't put them up for sale because y'all don't want to give the money for them. So now you got to raffle the car off. So now the problem with raffles is for the state of California, I don't know about the others. Can't speak for y'all, for the other 49 states. But the state of California, raffles as of January 2019 are actually illegal. You're supposed to have a gambling license to get them done. So everybody who's putting up cars right now, and I've warned, a lot of the guys, I don't know what the backlash or what the consequences can be as far as getting this done. Nobody said. Maybe I just didn't read into it that far because the verbiage on it was so crazy that I just stopped reading. But you're supposed to have a gambling license to raffle off these cars. So the main thing that I got out of it is if you're exchanging funds in hopes of winning something, then it's pretty much going to be, you need to have a gambling license for that. Some people try to get away with it and call it a waffle or I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. It's the same thing, people, at least for the state of California. And it sucks because these people will put these cars up for sale and get no play. So they have to raffle it off. To me, it's very sad. I think it's very sad that we have to put our cars on a raffle to make our money. And that was kind of the scenario with the previous topic is building a lowrider worth it? I mean, let's just face it. Now you get into the complaints from people who are like, well, how do I know that, I'm really going to win? Or how do I know that his cousin or it's not rigged and such is going to win? This is one of the reasons why the raffle thing is actually illegal, you guys. So, that's just one scenario. I have seen quite a bit of raffles on my timeline myself. I know of about 2 or 3 for sure, that have actually gone to somebody. I know one was actually put on a truck trailer and was sent off. One was actually delivered, showed the title and everything. One I think is actually going to be due this week for the raffle. It's a touchy thing because I was hanging out with a couple homies over the previous weekends, and one of them was like, yo, I started to hit up one dude and be like, yo, man, I'll give you 10 bands. You promised me a spot. You do you, go get that money. I give you this 10 bands and let me get the car. How do we not know if that's happening or not? And I'm not trying to put a dent in what's going on with the raffles. By all means, you guys get your money. Do whatever it is you got to do. If it helps you sell your car, then raffle the thing off. Again, I told y'all what could happen. Just want to give warning. This is all for discussion, debate. But it's just overwhelming that, these cars, and a majority of them is cars that should be hitting over $100,000. Easy. So now is it the economy sucks? I mean, are all of us really broke and we're just portraying, a lifestyle for Instagram? Because why aren't people jumping at these cars? Now, I mean, I know if it's a car that has, just for example, Dodgers all over it. I mean, okay, yeah, it's going to be a little harder to sell because, what if that's not somebody's team or somebody like myself, whatever, I'm not into sports. I don't want Dodgers all over my car. You know what I mean? So that's another scenario. I can understand, okay, now you got to maybe go other routes to get your car sold because in a way, sometimes we do go too far in this game. But I know a lot of times, a lot of you guys, build a car and you say to yourself, this is strictly going to be for within the family. I'm never going to sell it. Never going to give it away. My son, his children, whatever is going to get it. I understand that. So some people, they put stuff on their car because it's meant to be within the family. It's going to stay. But I have seen, again, I've heard a lot of scenarios. Things do happen. And eventually down the road, you got to put the car for sale. And then you wonder how come your car can't do numbers because, it's specified strictly to your liking, your own taste. Which is fine because I'm glad that everybody has their own style and their own taste. But a lot of times in building these cars, you really got to think that type of stuff out, at least in my eyes. So another thing, and again, I'm just freestyling this. I just shut it off to kind of think some things out real quick. But something that I do always notice that, and is the reason why, my original topic is it worth it to build it? You look at other car sports, I call this all sports. You look at Barrett Jackson guys, first of all, I mean, that's not the question in itself. If we were to run these cars across the mat at Barrett Jackson, will we get our dollar amounts? Which is the reason why my original topic is it worth it to build it? Again, I love low riding. I love it. It's never a diss. Just something to think about. Just thinking out loud, is it really worth it? You go to Barrett Jackson, those guys, they want to build their cars all original. To me, I'm not an original head. I like custom. I mean, I don't want it to look how it did when it came off the showroom floor in 1959. That's not my thing. It may be for others, but I mean, just that topic alone, you know, you could put a car up for sale, all original, and it'll sell. You know, you can probably get well over $100,000 for it. But then you start customizing it, putting hydraulics on it, you know, because it's always, you know, 13s and fluid to the concrete, right? And then you go to sell it, and in most cases, most people will say the first thing is, you know, is it cut? You know, if it wasn't cut, I would buy it. I know this and again, most of these scenarios I'm talking about is stuff I've actually been in myself. So when I went to go sell Midnight Love, I remember the first 2 or 3 people who hit me up is it cut? I'm like, yeah, it's cut. And they were like, man, if it wasn't cut, I would buy it. And, you know, it just makes you think to yourself like, well, damn, you know, I thought it was supposed to be, you're supposed to cut it. But then most of these people, and I know especially for like, was it Australia and there's another country, they like them stock. They have some law over there where you can't you can't have a modified car. But it's just weird, you know, you go over there and those guys, you know, they praise a hard top post car, you know, where it has a post in between the door and the back window. And then for us, we're like, you know, we don't want posts, we don't want a roof. And we can't do numbers. By all means, I'm always wanting to push this game. I want it to excel. I want our cars to do numbers. Fully done lowriders should be hitting 75 grand plus, easy. You know, and then you see some of these cars where it's like, it's getting into pitiful numbers. It's like, man, somebody just please buy me. And most people don't want to go down that route or go down that walk of shame. So they end up raffling them. This is how I feel. You know, you guys asked my opinion, so I'm letting you know this is how I feel. You know, you have to raffle off your car to get your money. It's kind of sad to me. So again, prime example. And you know, I'm a universal type of brother. You know, I look at stuff. I kind of analyze stuff. I like to look at the numbers of things. And, you know, I look at TV shows. You know, my white brothers, they can build a 4-door Buick patina where it looks like it's rusty from that era and, you know, it's been sitting outside since then. Put a diesel motor in it, bag it, put it on the ground, and do numbers. Then you come over here to us, and we spend top dollar on everything which you know is going to be in stone. It's the truth. You know, you got your Daytons, right? You got your 8X squares, your full frame. It's a rag top. It's a real rag. And people complain about the price. I'm never dissing the game or the sport. I just think things out, and maybe that's one of my things, and maybe I should stop. But again, y'all listen and tune in, so maybe I should, you know, continue to go. But I just want y'all to kind of think about some of these things. You know, these guys can build these over here, they can sell these over here, and then you come over to lowriding, and we have to raffle off our cars. I just need for y'all to really analyze and listen to what I'm saying right now. Barry Jackson guys can sell their cars for these numbers over here. You know, this is my ticket. There's my truck loaded up. These guys, I don't know, not all TV shows are real. I mean, I know some of them are probably staged, but I know for a fact some of those cars is doing numbers. And then you come over to lowriding. I'm going to raffle off my car, y'all. Here it is. And this is not to destroy people who are doing raffles. By all means, again, I want y'all to get your money. Get your money. This is really just kind of like a wake-up call to me, to other people. Like, seriously, why is everybody always complaining about the price of a car? You should want your car or a car similar to yours to do numbers, because that means you'll get your money back when you go to sell yours. I know in this game that we're in, people are always going to complain no matter what. This is one of the things that I just want to stop. You know, some people are very ashamed to put their car up for the dollar amount that they feel that they deserve. It's your car. If you feel that that's what you deserve, then so be it. Go get it. Go ask for it. But then it just sucks because after you go ask for it, people don't want to give you the money. I know a lot of people always like, oh my gosh, these people, they're asking for so much money for their car. Real quick, to backlash on, to bounce off of that, not to backlash, but to bounce off of that, the reason I come a lot of these cars' prices are sky high right now, people, is because the first question out of at least 75% of y'all's mouths, what's the lowest you'll take? First question. You ain't asked if it's registered, if it runs good, is the VIN stolen or a real rag. You haven't asked any of those questions. Your first question is, what's the least you'll take? So that's one thing I do not understand. How are you negotiating a car and you haven't even talked about it. So for everybody who is selling cars out there, whenever they, people ask you, the first question is what's the lowest you'll take, what's the least you'll take? They're just window shopping. Don't pay them no attention. Just stop replying to these people. I think offer up is what caused what's the least you'll take, because I don't remember that question always being asked from way back in the day. I guess maybe it was. So maybe I am wrong, but it's like it's gotten to the point now where it's like there's no shame. If you're asking $25,000, somebody should not be hitting you up talking about I got $5,000 cash. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody who's sitting on their couch right now who just laughed, but that is the reality. I know for a fact because again, on my Instagram page, people hit me up thinking I'm the one selling this car, and this is what they say. So I know people are doing this. This is in stone, people. It's that sad. But again, everybody's rich and balling on Instagram until that price comes out. But it's, man, I just need for y'all to really think about this. And another thing too, whenever y'all see or best offer, let me just kind of, I guess, open up the school of Caliboy real quick. If somebody says, let's say for example, 25,000 or best offer, OBO, because for some reason a lot of people don't know what the initials mean still. I know this for a fact. If somebody says or best offer, and again I'm using a example price of 25,000, you should not be offering $10,000 cash right now. No, don't do it. Unless you can go over there and say that to their face. If you ever say that, if you feel that you will not say some of these offers to somebody's face, your price is wrong. That's not an offer. Because, I know myself, I know a couple other people on Instagram. I'm sorry, I'm freestyling. I can't think of people's names right now, but they will post up, rebuttals and stuff that they say to these people. And it's kind of funny, but it's sad at the same time. If you see something for 25,000 or best offer, your offer should be somewhere around, I don't know, man, I got 23.5 right now, homie. What's up? Homie, I got 24,000. Will you accept? Like, they want something around their dollar amount. So the reason I come cars prices keep going up and going up is because y'all's price first offer keeps going down, 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 down. It's going to get to the point where people are just going to start asking for a car for free. Hey, homie, can I just come pick it up? I don't have any money. I've had people hit me up in my inbox. Was like, man, I'm not ready to buy it right now. I just want to know if you still have it. Don't message me. Don't message, the people selling the car. If if a car goes up for sale, they're trying to sell it right then and there. They don't want to hear, hey, I don't have the money right now. Do you still have it? I'll hit you up when I get the funds. Get your funds up, then message them. 25,000 or best offer. Don't offer $7,000 cash. That's not an offer. That's a slap in the face. You would probably get knocked down if you were standing in front of the person. So this is some of the things that's going on out here in this world. Sorry that I'm rambling, but this is stuff that really happens. Raffles, I back. If that's what y'all need to do, there's consequences. Make sure y'all understand that. I don't know what can or can't happen. Y'all can look into it. The verbiage was very crazy. I felt like I needed a lawyer to look at the verbiage. Prices of these cars need to go up. I know, what's going on outside right now with the coronavirus is strange to us. It's a different world right now. When all this passes, we need to get back on track. I mean, it's just the truth. We spend too much money on these cars for us to not get our money back. Y'all making these crazy offers. You know what, y'all, tell you the truth, y'all need to just start putting these people on blast. Post them up on your social media. So this guy over here offering me such and such peanuts. I mean, maybe it shouldn't happen that way, but we got to get this stopped because it's getting out of hand. And just think about the reality of these cars, people. Again, I love low riding. I'm not trying to bash it. I just want to open up people's eyes. I want y'all to kind of visualize how I wake up in the middle of the night and be like, yo, this is how I feel. I just turn on the camera and I let y'all know. We have to raffle off our cars. It's sad. We can't even put our own dollar amount. We have to kind of be like, yo, hit me up in a DM if you want to know the price of the car. Like, we almost have to be ashamed to put our price out right now, but everybody always brags about what they got in their car. I don't know. Y'all message down below. Y'all comment, like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel. Am I tripping? Do you feel me? Do you understand me? Are the prices of these cars going up, going down? Do you feel the raffles? Would you raffle? Just comment below. Let me know how you feel. Couple things before I do get out of here. I definitely need to shout out a couple people. The Artiste hooked me up with these shoes. He actually draws them up. He's on Instagram, The Artiste. Hooked me up with this cool little box here. Definitely gotta give a shout out to my man. We got Life. Low riding is not for everyone. Hooked it up with the hat. Familiar Graphics hooked me up with some stuff, some stickers. Got this face mask for you, boy. Probably sound muffled, but yeah. Riggy, I lost your sticker, bro, but I'm gonna say your name. I don't know what happened. My wife is always moving stuff. Riggy, shout out to you, man. And until the next time, holla at your boy.